Hey guys, this is Shreyas and welcome back to another video. So recently we all have been forced to work from home or study from home in that fact as well. So I was looking into a lot of laptops and a lot of people have been asking me for recommendations as well. So someone I know actually wanted a laptop and they had a good budget. So I kind of looked into a thin and light alternative which they wanted. So here I got the Asus ZenBook 14 and I will mention the exact specifications in a while. So let's get to the unboxing of this and I'll give you my first impressions of it. So this is Shreyas and let's check that out. So let's get into the unboxing of this Asus ZenBook 14. To give you a rough specification, this comes with the Ryzen 5 4500U. It comes with 512 GB of NVMe SSD and 8 GB of RAM. So let's quickly open the seal and get into the box. As we open the box, you can see that the laptop is greeted to us by elevating it to a certain extent. It's kind of the replication of how the hinge mechanism on this laptop works. So on the top compartment of the laptop, we have a very nice little laptop sleeve. Here are all the components that are found in the laptop box. Let's quickly look how this sleeve is. It's made of fabric. It's of very good quality, fits the laptop pretty snug, and inside we have a very soft touch microfiber like material and it closes by velcro, so that's a nice little addition in the box. Next we have a USB-C to 3.5 mm jack adapter. Also we have a USB type A to Ethernet cable. Next we have a 65-watt charger with a USB type C output. Now here's the sweet sound of plastic unpeeling. Here I'll take off the sticker as well which was attached. Alright, so we are greeted with the keyboard. I am glad to see that the keyboard layout is actually pretty good. I love to see that. Also here on the trackpad you can see the number pad over here. So this is the ZenBook feature where the number pad comes on the trackpad. I'll tell you about it in my first impression. Let's peel this off first. Oh man, that was satisfying. So on the display you can see very thin bezels on the top. It's kind of thick but it has a IR camera for Windows Hello feature. As you can see the keyboard layout is pretty good. I love it. There is ample space and the ventilation for the whole thing is there. Now let's do one of my very favorite tests, the one-handed opening tests. So let's see if it opens, and wow, yeah, the hinge is pretty sturdy and smooth and it opened very easily only with one hand, and you can see how the base of the laptop lifts up due to the hinge as well. And alright, so you guys had a look at the unboxing. So it was a fun unboxing, to be honest. For a laptop, for a long time I did not see such an unboxing. So let me get some things out of the way. This laptop, when I bought it, costed me around 80,000 rupees on Amazon. So if you want to purchase this one, the links will be down below, and I'll mention some alternatives to this kind of laptop as well with Intel and AMD versions. So let's get to my first impressions. About the build quality, I have absolutely no complaints. This is an all metal finish. I believe it's aluminium and not magnesium, because magnesium feels a bit more plasticky and is more costly. So I believe it's aluminium, but even then it's an all metal finish and that's great. Even the keyboard deck is cold to the touch and it's aluminium. The only thing, the screen inside is made of certain kind of plastic. There is no screen flex. I tried it as much. The deck flex is almost close to nothing, only at a few points like in the middle of the chassis near the G or H button you have some slight flex, but that's in literally millimeters, nothing that will affect your typing experience. Coming to typing experience, the keyboard is pretty good. The travel is decent. They are not very loud, so in office environments or even in your house, it's a good thing to have. The spacebar, it's comparatively louder. Here's a quick sound test of the keyboard. Let me just do it with my mic close by. So yeah, I feel the keyboard is absolutely great because the layout is like a conventional small keyboard. So that's awesome. And also the arrow keys are inverted T's as you saw in the unboxing video. So that's a very good thing. Next thing that really impacts a laptop is its trackpad. So the trackpad is really amazing. It's a glass surface. It's my first time trying a glass trackpad. The trackpad size is pretty good. It's not very tall, but it's pretty broad, and the clicks are pretty eminent as well. So and they're not really loud, but they're evident. And you can almost click throughout the trackpad, so it doesn't matter if you're up or down, it can register a click almost everywhere. It does get a bit tough at the very top, but till the middle of the trackpad you won't have any problems with clicking. Coming to the trackpad, another neat feature that was there is the number pad. You can get the number pad, so if you use Excel or calculator a lot on your laptop, then you won't miss the number pad as much. It's extremely responsive. I was not expecting it to be this good, so that's a very good news. Next, let's come to the display. So this has a 14-inch display, and this has a IPS LCD panel, which is a very good thing because the viewing angles and the colors are great, but still I'm not sure about the color accuracy. I'll find it out and put it in my final review as well. The brightness is something that does not get really bright. Don't get me wrong, if I'm eyeballing it, I feel like it's somewhere around 250 to 300 nits max. So that's not a great brightness. So if you're planning to work outside, this is something you should definitely consider, but for indoors, absolutely no problems. The color, saturation, etc. is great. Next, let's come to the ports. You have two USB ports, and yes, with the included charger in the box, which is 65 watts, you can charge your laptop via USB port. You have a full-size HDMI port, you have a full-size USB-A port, and a micro SD slot, which I don't think is very useful. But yes, you do get a headphone jack dongle, so welcome to the dongle life if you're considering that. But I feel like for this form factor and it being so thin, I really like how they managed to put in a full-size HDMI and a full-size USB-A as well. So all in all, I feel this is a very solid laptop. The build quality is really the highlight of it. I love the keyboard layout and the keyboard feel. The trackpad was extremely good, great at tracking without even driver updates. I ran it and it was good, and surprisingly the numpad on the trackpad is also very responsive and really great. In simple day-to-day performance like browsing, media consumption, etc., this has no issues at all. Given that this is a Ryzen 5 4000 series processor, I did not have any doubts to begin with, but it just flies through day-to-day stuff. Another fun thing is that through these USB ports, although it's not Intel verified, you can get a 4K output as well to any of your external monitors if you're planning to work that way. So I feel like this is a very good productivity laptop for the price. So if you see similar laptops with similar specs with few other value adds, they usually start from 1.2 lakhs to 1 and go up to 1.5 1.8 lakhs, like the Lenovo X1 Carbon or the Dell XPS series. And that we cannot technically call this a Ultrabook because this is an AMD spec laptop, because Ultrabooks is actually termed for only Intel based laptops, but it's being thrown away very casually nowadays, so I'm gonna call this an Ultrabook, and I feel this is a solid choice for that price. Stay tuned for my full review. Do subscribe for that. If you like my other content, I'll link them in the cards or somewhere around here. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.